Well, I'd better go.
Take care, Rosa. Come back whenever you'd like.
These dog biscuits are really mushy. These pills, according to Susan, are a mild diuretic. Okay, I put the pills in the dog biscuit. Come on, boy. Go get it.
Oh, Moti, now? I just took you out an hour ago. Well, you're going to have to wait. I have my hands totally full. Unless... Rosa, would you mind taking Moti for a walk? If you're going to be friends, this is a good opportunity for you to bond.
Oh, sure. I don't mind at all.
Thank you so much. Moti gets cranky when he doesn't get his way. Just take him to the park until he goes. It shouldn't take long.
Right. Here you go, boy.
This puzzle here, again, another what was I thinking moment. You're poisoning a dog, basically, to get through here. This is silly. This is adventure gamey and kind of a little ridiculous. This isn't something a normal, rational thinking person would do. One of my favorite game journalists, his name is Richard Cobbett. He wrote this wonderful article about adventure games and how adventure game characters, player characters, are complete sociopaths doing things that a rational person would never do. And this is a case of Rosa being a sociopath. Like, she's poisoning of someone's pet to solve a puzzle. And I really regret doing this, because this is so not something she would really actually do. Sorry.
You're drugging innocent dogs now?
It's only a mild diuretic. It won't hurt him. And you're the one in such a damn hurry.
All right, point taken.
It's funny how 5 years later, no one has ever called me out on this really silly thing that I did. You might remember earlier in the game, a big deal was made about the dog and the leash. You had to wrap the leash around the pole. It was this big puzzle and everything. So a lot of attention was called onto the dog and the leash. And now, look, you're taking this dog to the dog park, and there's no leash. This dog leash was such a pain in the neck to implement, as you probably heard me rant about it earlier, that I decided that I just wasn't going to do it at this point. And I just prayed that people would ignore it or forgive it or whatever. But no one seemed to notice it, or if they did, they weren't bothered enough by it to call me out on it. So this is my 5-year post-launch confession. So forgive me, please.
Hey there, Bright Eyes. It's me again.
Are you him?
No, I'm not, but I've brought some friends. Say hi to the kid, sweetheart.
Hi.
I don't think she wants to see me.
Sure she does. Go on, kid. Tell Ellie how much you want to see her.
Yeah, sure. Great to meet you.
See?
I don't believe you.
It doesn't matter if you believe me or not. She needs your help.
Help?
See the dog over there?
The Boston Terrier?
Good, good. You know your breeds. This Boston Terrier is not feeling too well. I was hoping that you could take a look at him.
Yes. Yes, I can. I know a lot about dogs.
So we heard. That's why we came to you.
But they won't let me help them. They always run away.
This one won't. Go on. The dog needs you.
So this is your dog, huh?
Yeah, sort of.
Hi, little guy. What's your name? Right. Aren't you the cutest little thing? Your ears look okay. No signs of inflammation. Now I'm just going to open your mouth. That's odd. I don't feel any breath. I don't feel anything.
I'm sorry.
I remember. I'm dead.
Yep.
I killed myself. I had no choice.
Can you tell us what happened?
My friends and I, we played a game. A Ouija board. We thought it would be fun.
And you called something.
Yes. He called himself the Deacon. It's kinda hazy now, but I remember his voice in my head, screaming.
What did he say?
I don't know. It didn't make any sense. He just kept asking me to help him, but he wouldn't say how. I tried ignoring him, but he just got louder and louder until I took the pills and...
Shh. It's over now.
I know. So what now?
Now? Now, we're going to send you where you need to go. Here, take this, and hold on tight. You ready?
I guess so.
Good. Now pull. Yeah, you and me both.
Ow. Hello?
Yeah, hi!
I'm not sure if we've met. I'm Rosangela.
I know! You brought the dog to me! You brought me back to my senses. And then you brought me here. Thanks so much.
So, are you ready to, well, you know.
Am I ready to die?
Well, yeah. Sorry, I'm kinda new at this.
That's okay. I'm gonna make it easy for you. Just tell me what to do.
Just head towards that light.
The light. Right. Like every cliche in the book. You think I'll see Joanne over there?
Sure you will.
Fantastic. And hey, you'll make sure Susan's okay, right?
Sure.
Well, here goes. See ya.
See ya. Ugh.
You're awake. That didn't take too long.
She just went. She seemed happy about it.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get easy ones. The ones who are all too happy to move on. Others, well, you'll see. Anyway, let's get this dog back before your neighbor calls the police. Our work is not over yet.
She is so going to kill me.
Just a minute. Oh, there you are. I was just about to go to bed.
I'm sorry we took so long.
Not to worry. Did you have fun, Moti? Did you have fun? Of course. Well, good night, Rosa. Thanks again for helping me out.
Strange lady.
Joey, come here a sec.
Yeah?
Let's talk some more about Auntie Lauren.
Like I said, kid, later. We've got stuff to do first.
I'd like to talk about my grandmother again.
I said we'll talk about that later, sweetheart. Now we got stuff to do.
I think I've heard enough.
Yeah, let's get going.
You coming?
Yeah, sure.
There is obviously a connection between the...
Please be advised that visiting hours are now over.
Oh well, looks like we have to wait until tomorrow.
No can do, Toots. Remember what she said? The deacon comes to her at night when she's sleeping. Waiting until tomorrow won't do us any good.
What? You think we can just waltz right into Susan's room?
Sure.
How?
Improvise, sweetheart. That's what this gig is all about.
If there was anything that would have delayed the release of this game, it would have been importing the voice clips. It took so long. I actually took a week off from debugging simply to import the voice clips, and I still didn't get it done. I'm talking a full week, 5 to 8 hours every day importing voice clips and still not getting it done. That's how many voice clips are in this game. There are at least, Rosangela alone has about 2,000. Joey has about 1,000. All the other incidental characters maybe have 100 or 200 apiece. And it just took so long, and I would just be sitting there, it'd be like 3 a.m, importing voice clips, hearing Sandy and Abe and Shen and everyone in my frigging sleep. It takes a long time. So that is a little bit of warning for you guys. If you ever plan on pursuing this crazy thing that I'm doing, voice importing takes a long time. So be warned.
Is Dr. Quentin in?
He's long gone, miss. You can catch him tomorrow.
I need to speak to Susan Lee. Can I see her?
Visiting hours are over, miss. She's probably sleeping by now.
About Susan Lee.
I told you. Visiting hours are over. Come back tomorrow.
You're kinda cute.
I'm flattered, miss, but I'm gay.
Oh, I'm sorry. About Susan Lee.
I told you. Visiting hours are over. Come back tomorrow.
It will only take a few minutes.
Sorry, miss. Rules are rules. Nobody gets in past visiting hours. Nobody.
About Susan Lee.
I told you. Visiting hours are over. Come back tomorrow.
Please, can't I go past?
Oh, jeez. I told you. Visiting hours are over, miss.
About Susan Lee.
I told you. Visiting hours are over. Come back tomorrow.
Look, you'd better let me pass, or...
Or what? You'll keep glaring at me? Forget it, miss. Don't threaten me again or I'll have you escorted out.
About Susan Lee.
I told you. Visiting hours are over. Come back tomorrow.
Hey, what's that behind you?
Just the duty roster. I'm on double shifts this week.
Oh, never mind. About Susan Lee.
I told you. Visiting hours are over. Come back tomorrow.
Oh, never mind. I don't think I need any of these other keys. Some small keys. One of them is labeled FB. I assume that means fuse box. Fuse box key? I could probably do something with this. I don't think I need any of these other keys. Fuse box key? I could probably do something with this. I don't have anyone to call.
There's a lot of adventure game cliches that are considered cardinal sins if you put them in your game. There's mazes, that's one. The paper under a door to get a key puzzle, that's considered a cardinal sin, even though I've done that myself in later games. And another one is the forced stealth section. That is considered a no-no. And a lot of people had trouble getting past this section because they couldn't get to that. They didn't click fast enough on that little alcove before the guard comes by. And I guess this is kind of a forced puzzle. The problem with it is that, how forgiving is and understanding is this guard? If you could do this puzzle like 20 times and the guard will be like, oh, and he doesn't like kick you out or call the police or arrest you or detain you or anything. That's kind of adventure game logic for you, which is kind of a no-no. Again, kind of some bad design choices on my part. Again, this was my very first game 5 years ago, so hopefully I can be forgiven here.
Now you've done it. You better find a place to hide quick.
Whoa, you startled me. You'd better leave, miss. I can't be held liable for your safety until the lights are repaired. I'll get the elevator for you.
I want to talk to you, Joey.
Yes, darling?
What was it like, staying here?
Like? I was on a different floor, but it's all the same. 25 friggin' years. Hovering over your aunt's shoulder, staring at the ceiling. You want to know how many cracks there were in that ceiling?
Not really.
54! Or maybe 55. I was never sure about that last one.
How well did you know Dr. Quentin?
That quack. He'd come into your aunt's room, poke her, prod her, try to get her to speak. He didn't know from nothing. I'd just as soon never see him again.
What was Auntie's condition like?
She was a rotting vegetable, sweetheart. They kept her so drugged up that she could hardly move. Which is probably for the best, come to think of it. Without the drugs, she wasn't pretty. But the doc told you all about that. You don't need to hear it again from me.
What happened with that radio?
What do you mean?
When you got near the radio, the signal got interrupted. Was that you?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
No idea. Although your aunt never let me get near the TV during days of our lives. I'm sure there's some scientific explanation, but I have no way of knowing, and frankly, who the heck could we ask?
That's all for now.
Right.
There's a lot of adventure game cliches that are considered cardinal sins if you put them in your game. There's mazes, that's one. The paper under a door to get a key puzzle, that's considered a cardinal sin, even though I've done that myself in later games. And another one is the forced stealth section. That is considered a no-no. And a lot of people have trouble getting past this section because they couldn't get to that. They didn't click fast enough on that little alcove before the guard comes by. And I guess this is kind of a forced puzzle. The problem with it is that, I mean, how forgiving is and understanding is this guard? If you could do this puzzle like 20 times and the guard will be like, oh, and he doesn't like kick you out or call the police or arrest you or detain you or anything. That's kind of adventure game logic for you, which is kind of a no-no. Again, kind of some bad design choices on my part. Again, this was my very first game 5 years ago, so hopefully I can be forgiven here.
I hope you know what you're doing, doll. You better find a place to hide quick.
Whoa, you'd better. I can't be held. I'll get.
There's a lot of adventure game cliches that are...
You better find a place to hide quick.
Whoa, you'd better. I can't. I'll get.
There's a lot of...
I hope you know what you're doing, doll. You better find a place to hide quick.
Whoa, you startled me. You'd better leave me. I can't be. I'll get.
There's a lot of...
You better find...
She's asleep.
Yeah, like a baby. It won't be long.
Before what?
Before that.
Please. Please. Can't you help me? Please. I don't know what to do. I don't want to burn. Please. The others are gone. You're the only one. Please. You can't hear me here, but you can hear me in your dreams. Please. Wake up and help me. It's out there. Watching. Waiting. Susan. Susan. You called me. You can help me. Ignore them, Susan. Listen to me. Help me. Please.
Hey!
Ignore them, Susan. Listen to me. Help me. Please.
I'm talking to you, clown shoes.
You're talking to me?
The Deacon is a real person, believe it or not. The Deacon actually existed. There is a record of the Deacon existing. And I won't tell you where. I guess I can have a little contest. Whoever can tell me where the Deacon is mentioned, where it's a matter of sort of historical record, sort of, maybe, kinda. But when I read about him, I knew it was someone I wanted to write about. Yeah, so he really does exist. I won't tell you where. I will not tell you where. You have to figure that out for yourselves, guys. Sorry. The first one to email me with the correct answer will win. I guess you'll win bragging rights, because presumably if I can't give you a free copy of the game, because if you're listening to this, you presumably would have already bought a copy of the game. So you'll get a special mention on my website if you happen to get the answer. In the original commentary for this game, I kind of was very deliberately enigmatic about where I first heard about the Deacon. He's sort of loosely based on someone who I assume existed. If you've played future Blackwell games, you will have met the characters of Joseph Mitchell and Joe Gould. And Joseph Mitchell wrote, they're both real people, and Joseph Mitchell wrote a biography about Joe Gould, an autobiography about himself, while interviewing Joe Gould. And one of the stories Joe Gould told Mitchell was about some crazy career drunk who called himself the Deacon, who was convinced that the devil was after him and going to drag him to hell. And something about that character resonated with me, and I imagined this ghost of that same Deacon who was worried about being dragged to hell. And especially if you're a dead person, you're going to worry about that kind of thing. So I turned into this character here.
Yeah, so can you calm down long enough to tell me what's going on?
I can't. You're like me.
What do you mean?
Dead. Like me.
Wait a minute. Just a goddamn minute. You know you're dead?
Yes.
Well, that certainly saves time. We can help you. Here, grab a hold of this.
No. Get that away from me.
What the hell is wrong with you? You need saving. We're here to save you. What's the problem?
I can't.
What are you so scared of? You're stuck, right? We can help you move on.
No. I don't want to.
You don't want to?
No, I'm afraid.
Oh, you're afraid, are you? You believe this guy?
What do you want?
Safety. Sanctuary. It's following me. Waiting. Watching. Trying to take me. But it hasn't caught me yet. Not yet.
Yeah, whatever. This guy's off his nut. Let me handle this, baby doll. I know how to speak to spooks like this.
What hasn't caught you?
It. I see it everywhere. In every shadow. In every corner. Why is it after me? Why?
The soft touch? Ain't gonna cut it, sweetheart. You're too green. Let me show you how it's done.
Who is after you?
It! Haven't you ever seen him?
Forget it, kid. He isn't listening. We're wasting our time. He knows he's dead. We don't need kid gloves to handle this. Let me take over.
Sure. Do it your way.
All right, Mac. Spill. You've scared these girls literally to death, and I want to know why. What are you so afraid of?
I don't want to burn.
Burn? Oh, I get it. You think you're going to hell.
The devil himself. He told me, please don't make me go.
You're scared of the devil, huh?
Yes!
Yeah, well, I don't see any devil. There's just you and me. And you know what? I'm worse than any devil you'll ever see.
Hey!
I've been doing this for 40 years, bucko. Every ghost I meet goes to their final rest, one way or the other. You're scared? I don't give a rat's ass. 2 people are dead because of you. So take the damn tie and let's get this over with.
No! You can't make me! Don't make me burn, please!
Hurts, don't it?
Oh.
Ghosts aren't supposed to feel pain, but I've learned some tricks. Now take the damn tie.
Joey has evolved over the years. He first was seen in a freeware game of mine called Purity of the Surf. It was a reality on the norm game, and I kind of included Joey in there as a way to promote my next freeware game called Bestowers of Eternity. And he originally was kind of the wacky sidekick. He had the suit and he had the hat. He just kind of cracked a lot of jokes and all that stuff. And I always kind of intended for him to be a little serious. He just never came across as being serious. And when I wrote this game, I purposely made him not so funny. He's not funny. Even when he does make a joke, and he does say some pretty funny things, it's kind of as a way to mask a little bit of bitterness. Like, a lot of the jokes are based on some kind of bitterness, or it's just a way to kind of mask inner feelings, that kind of thing. So that's sort of where the jokes come from. I'm not sure if that comes across or not, but that's sort of my intention. And Abe did it very well. Like, sometimes he would Abe is a very funny guy. If you listen to the bloopers, Abe is a funny guy. And so a lot of the times I would have to hold him back. I said, don't be so wacky. Don't be so wacky when you say that line. Say it a little sarcasm, think more Edmund Blackadder than Jim Carrey. Or Rowan Atkinson than Jim Carrey. And more deadpan, more sarcastic and biting. And that's sort of the idea there. And here especially, Joey is not being funny. He's laying the smackdown on the poor deacon there, and he finally gets a chance to let loose. And I kind of like this idea here because I wanted to show that Joey has a freaking violent side, and you can't get more violent than grabbing someone by their shirt and punching them in the stomach multiple times. So I think I made that pretty clear.
Joey, stop it.
You want to handle this? Go right ahead. Let's see you do any better.
You killed 2 people, almost killed a 3rd. Doesn't that mean anything to you?
They called me. Why would they call me if they couldn't help me?
Yeah, that didn't work. I'm taking over. So, are we gonna do this the easy way? Or the hard way?
Please. No! What are you gonna do to me? Please don't make it get me! I don't want to go to hell!
Hell, schmel. You want to stop talking crap?
Hey, stop! Let me talk to him, okay?
You want to handle this? Go right ahead. Let's see you do any better.
You can't keep going on like this.
It's better than burning.
Yeah, you had your shot. Now it's my turn. I don't believe in hell, buddy, but you have 2 choices. The slight possibility of an eternal torture in hell, or the dead certainty of an eternal torture by me.
But you can't!
Sure I can. You gonna stop me? Make your choice.
I...
Wrong answer.
You're hurting him, Joey.
Yeah, that's the idea. You got any better ones?
Let me talk to him.
You want to handle this? Go right ahead. Let's see you do any better.
I know a safe place. You can hide there.
Really? Where is it?
Not far, but you'll have to trust us.
Trust you? Why should I trust you?
Because nobody else has offered to help you before, right?
Yeah.
You ask and ask for help, but nobody answers, right?
No. Nobody answers.
Well, we have. We're gonna help you. Has anybody else said the same?
No. No, they haven't. I think... Oh, I'm so tired of running. If you say you can help me, I believe you. What needs to be done?
Just listen to my friend.
Here, just take the tie. You know what to do. I can't believe she pulled that off.
Ow.
You were right. I feel safe.
Are you ready?
Yes, I really think so. It's really nice out here. Almost like...
At last, I have found you.
No! You lied to me!
What?
It's here! You lied!
What's that? Oh, crap! Joey? Joey! Get me out of here!
Stay away. Stay away!
There is nowhere to go. You cannot return to the mortal world. You can only go through me. Accept the punishments for your sins and come with me.
Help me, please! You brought me here! You have to save me! You have to!
Fool, no one can save you now. I'll give you a moment to prepare for the eternity to come. But then, you are mine.
For those of you who can't tell, that voice is actually me. I did the voice of that demon, and it was something I decided to do when I came up with the character. And this was so much fun to play, because I can actually walk you through the process right here. First, I would talk in a growly voice like this, and then I would use Audacity and lower the pitch by 16%. And then when I was done with that, I would add an echo to my voice. Ha 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 ha! Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'd do it again. I hope I can use this character once more.
What is that thing?
It's come to take me to hell! Just like it always said it would.
What is that thing? Excuse me?
Converse with me not. I shall give him time to prepare himself for the eternity to come. But then, he is mine.
How did you get here?
What is here? It is but an abstract concept to one such as I. I move at the power of thought, at the speed of death. Once my business is concluded, I shall trouble you no more.
Why are you after this man?
For his sins. All this time, he has not renounced them. Even after these many years of death, he still carries them with him.
Can't you just let him go?
He has killed many with his madness. His sins weigh him down even as we speak. Ask yourself, does he deserve mercy?
No, you might be right.
What? She speaks wisdom, worm. You are totally without redemption, and you know it. Collect yourself, for the time draws near.
Excuse me?
Converse with me not. I shall but then.
Can't you just let him go?
He has killed many with his madness. His sins weigh him down even as we speak. Ask yourself, does he deserve mercy?
Yes?
You may think so, but your heart does not believe it. You have witnessed the results of his actions with your own eyes.
What is that thing?
I don't know. It haunted my dreams when I was alive and wouldn't leave me alone after death. And now, there's no place left to run.
What are your sins? What have you done?
I don't know. Please, God, I don't know. I didn't mean to kill those people. It's just I've been so scared and I don't know why. Please help.
So what can I do? What does he want?
He wants me. I don't know why.
What is that in your pocket?
My flask.
Yeah, what's in it?
Nothing. It's just a force of habit, I guess. Used to keep whiskey in it when I was alive.
What is that in your pocket?
My flask.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just used to keep...
Excuse me?
Converse with... I shall but then.
What is that in your pocket?
My flask.
Yeah, what's in it?
Nothing. It's just a force of habit, I guess. Used to keep whiskey in it when I was alive. Please, help!
What is that in your pocket?
My
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just a force of habit, I guess. Used to keep whiskey in it.
Can't you just...
He has killed many with his sins weigh him down. Ask yourself.
Yes?
You have...
What is...
My
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just used to keep...
That stone looks a little loose. The deacon is carrying his sins, and the deacon is carrying his flask. Could this be symbolic? Get rid of that flask.
Huh?
Your flask! Get rid of it!
My flask? Why?
Just do it!
But I can't.
Why not?
Because it's my flask.
You want to be free of that demon? Trust me.
Well, okay.
You no longer carry your sins with you, dead one, but they still taint this place. That is not enough to save you.
It looks like a cheap copper flask. There's nothing really special about it except that it belonged to a ghost. It's kind of vibrating.
It is done. The sins have been abolished from this place. And my claim on you, dead one, is gone. Move on in peace, and be troubled no more.
In the design document for the game, for this scene, I had written, Rosa convinces the deacon that the demon is a metaphorical representation of his inner demons. Yeah, it's easy to write, not as easy to expand upon. And this was my biggest trouble. I wanted to have that demon there, if only because I wanted the ending lacked something. It needed something climactic. And having a big friggin' ass demon there, you know, about to rip someone's soul apart, you can't get more climactic than that. And but I was having trouble figuring out how this was going to play. And I had written every single line of dialogue for the entire game, and or at least the majority of it, and I was stuck with this. I couldn't figure it out. And finally, I just kind of, out of frustration, I just said, well, you know, forget the deacon. I'm just going to write some dialogue with the demon. And I just started writing and blah, blah, blah. And I wrote the line, he is still carrying his sins with him. It just kind of came out, and then it was like, ding, the light bulb appearing above my head. The whole puzzle just clicked right into place. After weeks and weeks of frustration, I finally figured it out. And that's some advice for you guys. If you're having trouble getting your mind around a certain puzzle, if something doesn't work right, or if something just doesn't, you know, you can't quite get it to fit, try working on a different aspect. Try switching gears. That definitely helped me get this puzzle down well. Helped me get it down pat, and I quite like the way it turned out.
He's gone?
I think so.
He's gone. I'm free of him. I'm really free. All this time. It's all so clear to me now. Like my head was full of cobwebs and now they're gone. All those people who died, they killed themselves because of me.
It's all right.
No, it's not all right. I didn't know what I was doing, but that doesn't excuse it. I spent most of my life as a drunk, and most of my death as a murderer. I was worried about going to hell before. Maybe I'm okay with that now that I know I might deserve it.
Maybe you can still redeem yourself.
Maybe, eventually, but not right now. You see, I was a religious man once, before disease took my wife away. And I took to the bottle. If I'm going to hell, well then maybe I can still spread the word of God there. Do some good for once. Well, this is it. Goodbye, and thanks.
Jesus Christ, kid, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What took you so long?
It got a little complicated.
Well, I'm just glad you're okay.
Let's get out of here. I need some air.
I know the perfect place.
He's at peace now, I guess. Wherever he is. I saved him, I think. Gave him some hope at least.
He's getting no more than he deserves. No more than any of us deserve.
I guess.
I really wished I could have popped him one more time. He really hacked me off.
Is that your answer to everything?
Don't you start judging me. You managed to pull it off. I'm impressed. I'm just glad you're okay.
Joey?
Yeah?
Why did Auntie stop?
Stop what?
Stop doing this. This ghost saving or whatever it is we do.
Oh. It was you.
Me?
She wanted to take care of you. Wanted to do it right, she said. Stop listening to me. Stop saving the ghosts. Just put all her effort into taking care of you.
And then she fell into that weird coma.
Yeah.
I see. I guess there's a lesson in that.
Is there?
Yeah.
I gave some thought to editing or changing this ending when I was re-recording the lines, and in the end I decided to keep it. I felt very strongly about this ending when I first made it 5 years ago, and even when I was designing the game, I knew the game would end like this. Though I think it might have been a little too clever, or not clever exactly, but maybe too subtle and kind of oblique and mysterious for its own good. I think that was one of my major weaknesses back then, is that I tried to be very clever, like with the deacon and all this stuff, like, just stuff that, they'll get it later, which I think is a mistake. But anyway, I like this ending because it's, Joey kind of gives this reveal about the aunts and how Rosa now quietly accepts this new position in her life. Like, this is going to be her life from now on. And that, at the end just kind of conveys all of that. Since I was re-recording it anyway, I kind of redid that one word several times just to get it just the way I wanted it. And I still like it. I still like this ending. A lot of people don't like it. They felt it ended too abruptly. They thought it should have been punchier. There was more that could have been said. Screw that. I'm keeping it like it is.
There's hundreds of confused spirits out there, sweetheart, and there's nobody else who can help them. There's just us, bestowing eternity on every sob story out there, one lost soul at a time, whether we want to or not.
So obviously it's been 5 years since I released this game, and it's interesting just revisiting this game 5 years later, because things are a lot different now. I mean, the company is bigger. We've got a lot more games under our belt. We've been published by a major publisher once, and we are now publishing other people. It's now a real business, and it's weird because I'm in that weird position sometimes where I'm spending most of my day doing business stuff than game development stuff. And when I think back to Blackwell Legacy, my work was the game and nothing else. I didn't think about business stuff. I didn't think about marketing or PR or how I was going to sell the game. I was just making the game, and that was it. Life was a lot simpler then. And that sounds weird and cliche and esoteric, but it is true. And it was very nice to revisit that part of my life. And it has been an amazing 5 years since this game came out. I certainly didn't expect to be doing this, still be doing this 5 years later. No one's more surprised than me. And I really owe it all to you guys, of course, who, especially those of you who bought this game when it first came out 5 years ago and have come back game after game after game. Obviously saw something really good in it, despite all the flaws that I've mentioned over the course of this commentary. It's nice to know that despite my inexperience, despite my shooting blind in terms of design, that I did more right than wrong. And you guys like the games and keep coming back. And that means more to me than anything else. And that's really all I can say. I know this is very esoteric and strange, but all I can say is thank you. I think I said thank you in the original commentary. I'm saying it again. Thank you. It's been an amazing 5 years. I hope to be back again in another 5 and another 5 after that. I will be doing this as long as I can. And that's really all I can say. Thanks again.